Welcome to the Motor City. This is Comerica Park. The show brings you Major League Baseball on a Saturday night. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, today we get to see one of the game's best power hitters. He's tied for the league lead in home runs.
Yeah, he's not just hitting dingers. He's crushing them, Boog. No paint scrapers for him. His bat has been a huge boost to this lineup. The question is, how will they pitch to him today?
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And taking the ball for Detroit, Kiter Montero. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark. You look at the numbers,
well, it's a Kiter Montero start, which means you never know what to expect. Up against the Rangers lineup that did get, I believe 11 hits was the final total here today, or here yesterday. Why do I look like I'm not centered with the camera? I very much am. I guess I have to play the game over here. Well, regardless, Montero's second pitch to Carter. Left up, bullet to Wenzel Perez. There's one out. Did I change the scene ahead of this game? Of course I didn't.
And perhaps part of the game plan is to get into the bullpen as early as possible. They're facing a staff that's blown a lot of games in the later innings.
Boog and his hitters, you're aware of that, but you don't want to become too relaxed and wait too late in the ball game because you never know what could happen.
All right, can we get all this set before we be taking a pitch clock violation? I think so.
This game will not be over until that final out.
We sure can. So now Corey Seager left a sinker up. It was skied to center. Try not to do that again. At least if we do, miss out there. Scooby-Doo cereal for dinner. I like it, honestly.
It's a sign of things to come. You don't win as frequently as they have by accident.
That was called strike. It's gonna be a helmet tap. No idea
Still two challenges
why,
for them.
But I felt like I just wanted cereal today, and then I didn't have any. And then the reason that for that is because I didn't have any milk.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup,
which was unfortunate and rare.
He can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
All right. Well, not really sure where to go here, so we'll try and tie him up with a slider.
Hammered down the right side.
More or less did that, but fouled off. Try the curveball, I guess, with Keeter. Fouled off again. Okay, well, in my defense, I suppose, the cereal I was going to eat was Cheerios. Call me lame if you must. It's my personal favorite cereal.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Brandon.
2-away for Brandon Nimmo. He was relatively unstoppable. That one is slow. And him being unstoppable, apparently, goes beyond just yesterday. Got a hit streak in the early stages. 9 home runs on the year, and he'll foul one off.
To the right.
No, okay, so the cereal, or the Cheerios thing, I don't know. It's like a meal at the start of your day that doesn't make you feel like complete ass afterwards. That is a problem. And all the way to the wall, right center field. That might have 3 bases written all over it. Nimmo will stop at second.
Well, his hot hitting continues.
Well, mistaken location with the slider. Not what you want to see with 2 outs here, but the Rangers with an opportunity. Now Jake Berger. Oh, Jesus.
That's in for a strike.
Berger hit a home run yesterday.
Put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally.
Montero trying to make quick work of him.
Man at second.
Nope.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count.
Would have been nice, but
the hitter to have the plate
it is what it
discipline to
is.
lay
We'll
off
try it
that pitch.
again. Slider fouled away. Berger well behind that. Carter can throw a good hard fastball down and in here. We might get him. Oh, well. Didn't think it was going to be looking. But it is. 2-out double doesn't hurt Detroit.
No score. You're watching Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. Back at Comerica Park. And on the mound for Texas in this one, Kumar Rocker. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those?
So it is Kumar Rocker on the hill for the Rangers. See how long he lasts. Good velo on his stuff, but not sure how effective it might be. If he's going to hit corners like that, it's going to be a really effective day. I have never in my life had that, so can't speak to it.
Just missed.
I would lean towards agreeing with him, but no, I have never partaken.
Ball to strike. The pitch.
Outside to McGonigle. 2-1. Got that first pitch cutter in there. Really good location on that. Nothing close since. And back up the middle. McGonigle with a leadoff single.
So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, we love to see that. And we see it a good bit, but as we know, our record with getting the leadoff man on and also scoring is not usually very good. But if Rocker's going to leave sinkers like that over the plate, not going to be a long outing for him. 34 months in total, 29 months in a row for Evo. Whoever's not going to score much, that could be anybody. Not Gleyber Torres. He's batting over 200 now.
The 0-1.
And a little looper. That's going to get down. McGonigle will have to stop at second base, but so far so good.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence.
I actually don't know who the number 9 hitter for Texas is. They flashed up their lineup, but since you didn't have the pick in, I wasn't paying that much attention. Cole Keith, just one at bat yesterday. Pinch hit home run. And ball 1. Home run was his 8th of the year and felt big at the time. We are experiencing some mini shorter today. Hopefully nothing too bad. Because you guessed it, there was more fucking internet work today. Oh my! All right, now we're shortering a little bit more. That's a little bit. That's a bit more concerning. That's a little bit more concerning, and it is happened to me again.
2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out. So this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
What are my speed tests like right now? Heath will foul away.
The first offering.
Yeah. Acceptable, but not great. It's like it takes the internet like a good while to like warm up again. I swear to God. That doesn't even make any sense, but that's what it feels like.
And he pumps in a strike.
Take that, 2-2. Rocker in big trouble early. First 2 Tigers reach, followed by the wild pitch. Inside, and we got a full count now.
Full count now.
Give Evo the pitcher. His luck, Kumar Rocker is going to make it to the plate somehow in this game. I don't even know if the AI can do that. You can have Mr. Young. Cole Keith rips it pretty good, left field. Gonna get a run home. A little worried about this over here at third. Yeah. Goes down as a double play.
That's just a terrible decision to go for third right there. I mean, he was closed by.
I don't know what the cutoff man was doing right at third base. It's really bizarre, but hey, it worked out for him. I'm assuming he means the Detroit Young. Because, yeah, we do have to be specific. There are possibly two, and there are two out here today. Riley Green for the Major League lead.
He's the league leader for a reason, and he just added another reminder for anyone who forgot. Home run number 15 on the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous with the dish right now. Love to see a hitter.
Riley Green has been on an absolute heater as of late. Trailed Kerry Carpenter by what, 4 or 5 home runs? Not even a week ago. Now leads the American League. And I do believe the majors as well. It is a shame, especially because we don't have a great track record of chasing starters early and then still having success against the bullpen. Now 1-1 to Dingler.
This first frame than he anticipated.
Not working harder than I have anticipated. He's actually not working hard enough. Only 15 pitches thus far. Now 3-1.
The inside edge. 3-1 now.
Carpenter to follow. This could get real interesting. Oh, he did just hit that outer edge. Pitch number 19 of the inning for Kumar Rocker. Oh, late action on a cutter. Had us fooled. Good pitch to get out of the inning. Could have been a lot worse for Rocker, but it's 2-0 Tigers.
The Tigers are out front, 2-0. This is Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. Back here in Detroit, on now to the top half of inning number 2. Josh Young stepping in for the Rangers.
So it is Josh Young. Brother Chase in the Tigers lineup today, and that's ground and foul.
And it goes just foul. Chris, his batting average puts him in the top 10 in baseball right now. The 0-1.
Yeah.
That's a ball.
Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Oh, good to know.
He rewards pitchers when they're working the
edges. Curveball is taken by Young.
Beyond that. So for the hitters,
bat 330.
Really be aware.
Swinging at pitches like those.
Get it early in the count.
The 2-1. Ooh,
that's strike 2.
Good slider there from Montero.
And that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Grounded. Torres is there. Throw to first is still going to be in time.
The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
You see Gleyber Torres, not play ideal defense at second base quite often. You don't see him very often rebound from a mistake. So, good to see here early.
That's the ball.
What do you mean the Rangers have scored? Is my stream behind? I guess so. Fastball dotted.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Jake Berger. Sinker left up, fouled away.
And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball.
I think Young there had 40-something speed. Oh.
That's a base hit into right field.
Josh Smith will reach on a little blooper.
Bring the tying run to the plate.
Batting seventh, the catcher, number 9.
Danny Jansen to hit here.
I don't know. My stream over there is about as live as it can be, so makes sense of that. Danny Jansen.
Oh.
All I can hear is just Hulk Hogan's theme song playing now that you've called Jake Berger the most American man ever.
Off left side.
Is Jake Berger a real American? Might just be.
Nope, that's off the plate.
That is another one of the worst misses I've ever seen on a perfectly timed pitch. What does the circle mean? 2-1. Swing and a miss. Jansen not expecting fastball there. And the 2-2. Oh, what?
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
What the fuck?
They get it in quickly. So
Well, Rangers getting something going here.
The designated hitter, John.
Sinker below the strike zone there. And now Jock Peterson. Oh, he got him to flinch at it. Well, okay, I didn't really doubt if he was American. If your name is Jake Berger, I feel like that's a very fair assumption.
2 on, 1 out.
And that's trouble foul. Whoa. Things going sideways for Montero here. Take
There's
it.
some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners
Yeah, that.
on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
I really don't want to challenge him. Oh, it's big.
Strike. Runners at first.
Gives you a prayer, right?
Here in the second game of the series.
And a tapper. Honestly, kind of wish that didn't go foul. I think we at least could have gotten it out. Any way you can get Peterson out is a good thing. So, might have to test him. We're kind of running out of options.
2-2.
Well, he wasn't expecting fastball. It's a long inning already for Montero. 36 pitches with just 1 out in the second inning. And could be 2. Torkelson back to Montero. Big double play for Detroit.
Killing to end the inning. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Tigers 2 and the Rangers nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in, Kerry Carpenter.
Kerry Carpenter has seen not only the Angels' Joe Adell, but now his own teammate and Riley Green take over the American League lead in home runs for the first time since, I mean, at least from May onward. Probably the first time since we came back to this channel a few years ago.
And that skips in the dirt. Here's something to watch, Singy. He's got the best OPS on the team. He can
Doesn't feel right. 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why.
Get out of that
Getting
top
ahead
half of the
counts.
second
Been
inning,
able to do that
still
consistently,
with a 2-0
and you see
lead.
the
It feels
results.
big. Carpenter, a bullet, a dive, a play still is made.
Get it there in time. So they get the
Josh
first down
Smith
in the inning.
stays with it, and Carpenter is out.
Quick reaction and dive, knock that ball down, and big leaguers just don't panic, not the good ones.
That's
He
the
gets
plays
up,
we
makes
don't
the
make.
play, really good throw over to first base.
That's
the
for
kind
sure.
of composure that you want to see.
It's unfortunate, but kind of the way it goes for us, isn't it? Especially with no Baez. I feel like Javi is probably our best defender in this infield. Well, when he plays infield. And, you know, without him, it's really questionable. McKinstry, too. Or fouled away at Cutter. I saw that thing start to move, thought it was off speed, and couldn't adjust when we realized it wasn't. Wow, back-to-back cutters, 1 and 2 on Torkelson. Ooh, they're going to challenge this. I don't think they got it.
So the call stands.
Wait. Yeah, okay. 2 and 2.
That's off the mark. And now 3 and 2.
I was so confused because they were like, so the call stands, but still, you know, and still one challenge left for them. I'm like, wait a minute. What?
Payoff pitch.
It was just worded really strange.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying
What a walk for Torkelson.
I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
One out,
He
man.
wins out Perez.
Here's the center fielder.
Average has climbed ever so slightly to 255. Still looking for his first home run on the year.
And there's a foul ball.
I got fooled on the cutter. Out in front. You know, his top 3 pitches are all just a variation of a fastball. It's so odd. Because so often we see these guys, sinker cutter, fastball guys, and that fastball is just such, it's not even a thought. You really got to be thinking fast when it comes to rocker.
Get yourself into scoring position.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
Not something we need to be going after there. 1 and 2 on Wenzel.
Just missed. Man at first, one away.
I don't think either starter looking to be around too long today. That is going to help out Rocker a lot. That's going to be an inning-ending double play.
That was inning over.
Unfortunate, you might say.
It's the Tigers 2 and the Rangers nothing. Back at Comerica Park, new inning getting started. Sam Haggerty stepping in for the Rangers.
Sam Haggerty batting .250. Both pitchers 30-plus pitches to get through the first couple innings, and this is going to chase Carpenter back to the warning track to make the play.
Makes the catch. And here's a look at how he's using
Good
his
stuff.
pitches in this one.
At least for Carpenter. It certainly could be worse for Kaiser Montero. Allowed those base runners in the second inning, and well, we did allow the double in the first, but so far so good in terms of working himself out of it.
Success is getting ahead early in
Top of the order for the second time, though, Evan Carter.
Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
The 1-1.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
Fastball.
Got that one.
Strike.
The Rangers only having one challenge remaining could play a factor here today. Either they're going to be more aggressive or, well, they might get screwed a little bit. I don't know.
Just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Fly ball, that'll also go foul.
See another.
2 and 2.
And that one is downstairs.
I felt like I had to try. We went inside, he pulled it, and outside he was trying to hit it away. Way too much slide on the slider. Walk for Montero with one away in the inning. That's good speed on base there for Corey Seager now. And that's going to get a run home. Not a lot of doubt about that. Second time in the game, the Rangers have found what you might call triples alley here at Comerica Park. Came away with doubles both times, but it's 2-1.
Drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Damn.
One out, runner at second.
Now Nimmo.
Now at the plate.
Oh, one.
Right now, I'm worried that Montero might not be able to get through 5 innings. Could make for a long day for our bullpen. We used De Jesus yesterday. I'm not really too concerned about trying to send him back out there. We got guys. They're just not the guys we would really like to see in this game.
Just missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up.
Very patient Rangers team all of a sudden. Slider, backdoor, 2-2.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider.
Slider really needs an out here.
Hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not
so far, no good. I mean, it's been a good at-bat thrown by Montero. What? No fucking shot. What do you mean?
It's a base hit into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Where did this pitch go?
He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already.
That's so far outside. How did he even get that into center field? Oh, that is so brutal.
Runner on the go.
Runner on the move to second base. Remember, we got the runner at third, so throwing it down, not a good idea. Oh, God.
Away the first offering.
So now it's all about protect mode.
Jake Berger looking to explode.
Block it if you have to.
And a bouncer that gets through. This game is tied, and it is Mudcats and A's all over again, an inning that will not end.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Josh Young.
Second, 1 out. Here's Josh Young.
I don't remember how many straight hits that is for the Texas Rangers. This should be 2. Torkelson back to first. We get out of the inning in a tie game. But oh boy.
We get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We are tied 2-2. Back at the ballpark, and one of the things that's been happening lately, hot hitting as we take a look at the numbers this month.
Good month of April offensively, perhaps not the best month pitching-wise, outside of a couple. Ace Young, swing and a miss.
I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside.
First at bat of the game for Young.
Effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
1-1. So Kumar Rocker all of a sudden off the hook for a rough start. You do just have to believe that Chase is probably going to ground out to his brother at some point in this game. Or he goes down the left field line. Jace Young into the corner, headed for second base. And he's in with a double.
Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8,
There you go.
it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the
Do believe that is his first hit of the year.
So that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid
Only
this
his,
prolonged
it might only be
start
his
the
second
season and
game.
get into a slump.
Now McGonigle. All the strike. I'm gonna let it go. I think he probably it's them corner ones, man. I just do not trust it. I didn't think it was a strike. It wasn't, but still early. Okay, that's the same exact spot.
McGonigle wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned.
I'd go back to it too if I got it. 2 straight pitches. How low.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the last half of the third.
Ah!
That one fouled off.
Should have had that. That's begging to be hit. 2-2.
2-2 now.
And inside.
Inside.
Finally deviates from the sinker through the cutter there to make it 3-2. And that one ripped. Right field, Kevin McGonigle. He's hit it well. It is out of here. 4-2 Tigers. Home run number 10 for Kevin McGonigle.
And it gives them the lead in the third. It's 4-2.
The count was full, but he was ready to swing it. A breaking ball on the inside part of the play.
What are we going to do when McGonigle gets a roster update here? We're doing a whole hell of a lot with not a lot of tools right now.
Here's Gleyber Torres.
Kevin McGonigle might be the best player in the league
Can be tough to bounce
at
back
season's
after a
end.
run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to
IRL
keep
is
it
on
professional.
base streak of 27 straight games, reaching base. Ended
These
last
Tigers
night.
showing great discipline at the plate and patience.
And just
They
with
definitely
that,
seem to be the name of their
you know,
game.
he's a highly ranked
This guy's pretty
prospect.
high, and
I know the
they
Tigers
put
don't tend to get a lot of love and
so I
ratings
think it's safe to
increases,
say that
especially
game plan
for
is working out
for
pretty
young
well.
players early. But I'm hoping, I'm holding out hope that McGonigle gets a good jump.
The 1-1.
Yeah,
the
weakly
ground,
hit
right side.
ground ball.
Smith.
This is Smith.
Whips it to first.
One away.
One away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs
Young
already
and
on the board,
McGonigle
the ripple effect of that high pitch
start
count
the
might
inning
set
and
them
score
up to
2
do more
runs
damage
in
later this
quick
game.
order. Before the real power is coming up here. Cole Keith, Riley Green, Dylan Dingler, not much of a factor against right-handers, but Garrett Carpenter.
Key in the box with one away.
I was wondering where that missed. He might have just clipped that one. He did. The Rangers only with that one challenge so far, or for the remainder. Probably going to want to be a little bit conservative with it, and that was really, really close.
And another ball.
3-0. Pitch number 50 for Kumar. Rip
Down the
foul.
right side, but foul.
It's a good 3-0 pitch right there. Cutter got farther in on the hands than we were expecting. And a bullet, and it's by Josh Smith at second base.
Now with one away.
Third hit of the inning.
He leads the league in home
And now
runs
Riley
and
Green.
yard today, Boo. There's
Home
a
run
reason why we
on the
feature
only
him at
pitch
times.
he's seen.
It's nice to be right, isn't it?
And he might have just done it again. Deep fly ball, right field. Has he? At the wall, and no!
Does it go
Oh.
deep this time? You can almost hear the crowd holding its breath, though.
Number 13,
Green looking for yet another multi-homer game this week.
When you're struggling out there on the mound,
Cutter
hitters know
for a
that
strike
there'll be
on
plenty of
Dingler.
opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Some activity in the bullpen for Texas.
Not surprising.
Cal Quantrill, the right-handed sinker baller.
Could very well go the way the real game went. Rocker chased. Cal Quantrill was the one that came in. Two and one on Dingler.
Keith leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Rocker's certainly not going to last long. Montero not looking like it either. 3-1.
Misses. 3 balls and a strike.
First pitch strike.
If they have a guy ready, would absolutely make sense to bring in a left-hander for Carpenter.
With the 3-1 count.
There's a strike at the knees.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in
Engler's got to get through Rocker first.
Should definitely score.
Down low.
Puts runners at first and
So I'm expecting a pitching change here.
That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the
And exactly. Now don't bring in a right-hander. Don't do it to yourself, Rangers.
The mound now as he will make the move. Kumar Rocker out of the game. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Now on the bump, Cal Quantrill. This is his first appearance of the season.
Well, they did it.
And next up for the Tigers.
Not really sure why.
He's 0 for 1.
I guess the length of Quantrill, but
Close.
called ball. That was close.
And that is ball 1.
1-0.
Foul ball there.
Went to the splitter there to Quantrill. Pitch 3. 1-2.
2 on, 2 outs. Foul ball.
Oh man, I thought we had to protect there. Turned out not to be the case. This sinker is a good bit low.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
Well, the right-hander out of the pen works out for the Rangers, but Kevin McGonigle goes deep. 4-2 Tigers.
Fade away with no baskets made, and that's tragic, ain't it? Recipe for disaster waiting, your eggs and one basket breaking. That's why I got 2
back here in Detroit. Start of the 4th. Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers.
Oh, trust and believe. Same.
And that misses. And it's 1-0.
Well, these Rangers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. Looking at the numbers, they've
get what we can out of Montero here today, and then I don't know, go for there. I
giving up despite what the count says.
Feel like the best hope might be getting him through this 4th, unless he can get a quick inning here, but.
It scores through. And that'll bring the tying run.
You know, one of these days, I wish the first baseman would cover the bag on those when those are hit harder through there.
Over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you.
We're getting outs like that all the time in MVP baseball. Leadoff man on against Montero. Now Danny Jansen. And honestly, already, just the way that this is trending, get those long relievers up. We're going to need them. Grounded foul. RIP Spirit Airlines indeed, man. I have never flown on anything but Spirit, which is both unfortunate and a good thing. Uh-oh.
To the right side. But it kicks foul.
I mean, you can't even shit on them. You know what you're getting with Spirit Airlines, right? Like, you know exactly what you're in for. Oh, come on! Oh, it's foul.
And that is foul.
The 1-2 again. Not even close. Yep. Are we winning yet?
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Why do I feel like Danny Jansen has been... What the fuck was up with... What the fuck was this guy doing? I don't know if I can find him. Oh, he's right here. He's right here. Is he just thinking hard? She, maybe? I don't know. Hard to tell. I don't know if I've ever watched a baseball game like this. 70th pitch for Montero. Popped up. Carpenter coming on. And he will make the play.
And there's one down.
Yeah, that's rough.
Number 3, designated hitter, John.
That really is.
One out man at first. And Jack Peterson.
And, like, I get why they can't,
so far.
you know, help immediately. Like, the company shut down. There's no one there to help. It doesn't make it better for the people that are, you know, stranded wherever they are. But I know some of the other airlines were helping out in a way that I know they were, like, capping
Peterson just
their
got a piece of it.
Their ticket prices or something. I don't know if it's a true help or if it's just, you know, a little bit, but... Woo!
And he's registered
Strikeout for Montero, his third. Gets Peterson looking.
Right there. You look at the sequence. Everything down to the knees.
No, they were refunding. They were refunding people who, at least they said in the statement they would process refunds for anybody that had a flight booked that they would not be able to actually take. Doesn't mean immediate help. Can't imagine you'd get that immediately, but at least from what I had seen from them, they were refunding that stuff.
Here's your one.
Oh boy.
Swing and a ground
Bouncer
ball.
back
That's
up
a
the
base
middle.
hit.
Sam Haggerty is going to turn the top of the order back around for the third time.
Second, 2 on now with 2 away.
Number 32.
So the Rangers batting order turns over.
And this is where this gets bad. 75 pitches deep for Montero. He will go 3 2/3 today, as Emmanuel De Jesus will come in for the second consecutive night against the Rangers.
And we're going to see a pitching change right here. Kiter Montero won't go any further tonight. And he had to battle. Nothing came easy in this start, but he leaves with the lead. New arm when we get back.
Now pitching for
New
the
arm out of the
Tigers,
bullpen,
number
Emmanuel De
37.
Jesus.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
What we have to remember about the whole situation is that remember that it is solely Joe Biden's fault. Remember that.
Late swing, foul to the
Entirely.
left. Runner edges away at second.
Changeup fouled
And that one
away.
fouled off.
We have been oddly successful with Emmanuel De Jesus. Curveball, foul.
Keeps the
Left it
at-bat
up,
going
but
with a foul ball.
not in a spot that's really going to hurt you, so could be a lot worse. Threw the slider on the first pitch. We're going to throw it to try and strike him out.
On the
Fouled
ground,
off.
Down the line, and it's foul. Tying run.
Well, which is a crazy thing, and I did not know this ahead of time, I will say. Not a single fatality ever
Gets a piece and stays alive.
on Spirit Airlines.
2 on, 2 outs.
Pretty standard, high 0-2
1 and
fastball
2.
right
We are
there.
going to be here a long time tonight, aren't we?
For something down in the zone, but not too far.
Slider,
It's just that
ground
one-two
ball, and it should be the third out,
To
and it
Torkelson,
is.
And that will end the
2-run
inning.
Tiger lead.
Rangers lead
Bottom
the pair.
fourth.
They trail it here, 4-2. Bottom 4, leading off, Spencer Torkelson.
First baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
Now, that being said, now granted, I've only been on a Spirit plane. The amount of times I've flown in my life are few and far between. But again, only ever Spirit. The seats that they had on those planes may cause you permanent damage, especially over a long flight. But still, regardless, I remember hurting so, dude. Especially on the way back from California, man. I was trying to sleep so bad because I'm just doing the math in my head, and I'm like, time change, flight distance, or flight length. I'm like, we're getting back to Detroit at midnight, right? And then we had to make the drive 4 hours back north to come back home. As soon as we landed, really. And so I tried to sleep on the plane with the seats and that fucking plane. It's impossible.
Here comes the 0-1. Ball one there.
1-1. Oh God, no. No. 4 hour, like a 3.5, 4 hour deal is pushing it. It's you're hurting. Fourth little blooper. Right side. Nemo comes in a few steps for the first out of the fourth inning. No, unless you are one of like 8 lucky people on there, like a Spirit Rewards whatever member, and you get the actual seats at the front of the plane with padding, actual seat padding.
That's a ball.
The one big seat, I remember. Ansel Perez swings over the top of a cutter. Well, so I've never successfully done it either, but I don't know if it's because of the Spirit seats or what. I guess now, maybe in the future, I'll find out.
Here's a 1-1.
I would probably have to take something to just make myself sleepy ahead of time.
There's the strike, 95 of that one.
For a plane ride that long. Knowing damn well I'm not going to sleep that whole time, though.
The 2-2 on the way.
Oh, Wenzel Perez! Right center field! Oh, yeah! Out of nowhere, Wenzel's first of the year.
It's 5-2.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come. Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
One down.
3-run Tiger lead, and now it's another guy, albeit much smaller sample size for Jace Young. Still looking for his first home run of the year, and honestly, wouldn't be too shocked if we were waiting a good while. Honestly, wouldn't be too surprised at season's end, because we do expect Young to get sent back down at some point, that we never hit one. Ah, line drive. Right to Seager.
A positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard.
Tell you what, though, game 2 for Young. Double, hard hit ball. So far, so good, and now McGonigle. Outside.
Nobody in his team has scored more runs than he has this season, Singy.
Nah.
And it's fouled away.
Thought that was coming back down to us.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
The fact that we have more home runs with Kevin McGonigle, especially after a slow start, then Dylan Dangler, Colt Keith, obviously Gleyber Torres, Torkelson,
The 2-1.
McGonigle, line drive, bad jump, but it's still a catch to end the inning. Wencel Perez, home run number 1 of 2026, makes it 5-2.
You're watching Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. Back at Comerica Park, we go to the top of the 5th. Corey Seager stepping in for the Rangers.
Now Corey Seager up against Emmanuel De Jesus. Start the 5th inning, two-seam fastball rip foul.
Well, these Rangers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. A handful have turned into outs, but of the balls they put in play, 10 have been line drives. I say keep barreling the ball and good things will happen. Don't let that get you frustrated.
Oh, boy!
Man aboard on the leadoff.
De Jesus just about got his head taken off.
Up next for the Rangers.
Good start to the inning for the Rangers, and Seager hanging curveball. Probably don't want to throw that
attacking the right pitch
too much.
Great way to build confidence as a hitter. You start to think less at the plate the more often it happens, and it can have a snowball effect. And I think that's been
3
the case
for 4
today
in
with all of
the last game for Brandon Nimmo. He's 2 for 2 today.
1-1. And a foul ball.
Fouled off. Ah, come on! We can't get him out, dude. What the fuck?
Hurries it back in. Rudder stops at second.
First 2 Rangers reach here in the 5th inning. And it's Jake Berger representing the tying run.
And now it's Jake Berger to hit.
So that could be a bit of a problem. Drew Anderson is, I mean, I guess the only one that's really going to make sense here. Although there really isn't a fall off. It's not that much. So maybe we let De Jesus try.
Just missed.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
Got that low outside corner. Good pitch.
That's way outside. And it's 2-1.
We definitely have to be careful.
Shutdown inning. And off to a shaky
back to De Jesus. Throw to first, and it's a double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double.
Hey!
Beauty from start to finish.
Tigers have come up with some big double plays in this game. Oh no. Here's Josh Young. High fly ball chasing Perez back, but he's there. Whether it be Kiter Montero or Emmanuel De Jesus, the Tigers are working themselves out of a lot of trouble today.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
What the fuck is that emote? That is absolutely a squirrel, isn't it?
That one finds the zone,
All right.
and that's strike 1.
Well, these Tigers really impressed me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go.
Torres up
It looked
against
to me like they really
Cal
wanted to get to the
Quantrill.
starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Ugh. Juggling so many. Squirrel eating popcorn? Probably.
Now
Broken bat. Didn't need to chase that. But also didn't need to really look at those first 2 pitches to put ourselves in that spot.
Really fighting for every at bat, every pitch. It tells you a lot about how they showed up.
Well, bring the lefties up. Okay, 2 for 2 in the series, Squirrel McNutt. Not likely. Nope.
Ball one.
So far, so good. Just the one home run allowed by Cal Quantrill. Make it 2 home runs. Colt Keith is homered for the 2nd consecutive day.
A solo shot. And they boost their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Pinch hit home run last night. Colt Keith now 3 for 3 in the series with 2 home runs.
And man, explosive through the zone right there.
Old school home run here at Comerica Park. So that would be number 9 for him. And now Riley Green, who's already hit one out and almost went deep in his last at-bat. This feels like he gets up to the plate. I gotta swing. We've been on that kind of run with Riley.
And the 0-1.
Line drive to center. That will be out number 2.
Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And after
Even when
earlier, this at-bat ends
they're getting him out, he's hitting the ball hard.
You have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything
Wyatt start to the series, about halfway through it for Dylan Dingler.
You have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
4-run Tiger lead. Yes, our hockey vacation it does end today. Flying Spirit, of course, on the way back.
2 down, nobody on. Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Yeah, round 2, game 1. Tomorrow night against the Florida Panthers.
Ball 2.
And a busy week. Of course, depending on the results of the early
Here's a
games.
2-2. And they'll do it again.
Fouled off.
The 2-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout.
That's tough for Ding. But Colt Keith, for the 2nd consecutive day, goes deep. But also for the 2nd consecutive day, Tigers lead. Rangers are out hitting us.
Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game.
Heavyweight hitters, go-getters, 50 ways to make figures. They come on the spot to fail sisters like the handrail spitters, kids on the ziggas. When it's ugly, then the club is lovely. Thugs be sipping bubbly to my comrade to keep it flaming hot. On dangerous blocks, claim the spots where the goal is to be one of the top-ranked soldiers. One of the high roads, give respect.
Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers.
I remember the first time I flew Spirit, which was my first time on a commercial plane of any sort. I was probably, I don't know, 15 maybe. I'd throw this pitch and then we'll get to the point. But
28 years old.
there were Cartoon Network ads all over the inside of the plane. They had like some sort of licensing deal, and then made Cartoon Network references during the safety spiel.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth.
2 for 2 is Josh Smith.
He knew right away it was an
And
off-speed
that tap
pitch.
foul.
The 1-2.
So far, so good for Emmanuel DeJesus.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have
Danny
to be ready to
Jansen.
pull the trigger.
Jensen.
Rangers team that has plenty of
The
hitters.
Tigers leading by 4, and we're the top half
They
of
are
the
getting
6th.
on base, but problem has been scoring runs dating back to last night. Back up the middle. I believe is that hit number 11, 12? I don't even know anymore for the Rangers.
Everything came together perfectly for
That
him
would
right
be
there.
11.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it.
Jock
back where it came
Peterson.
from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here
Oh,
is
God.
Jock
Look at the away numbers.
having a lot
Home
more
runs,
success
average,
on the road this
RBIs.
season.
Good news is we got a lefty out here. Oh, he did not go.
Jansen
I was never on a
gets
plane
first
at
one.
all until I was at like an air show when I was probably about 13. My first ever experience in a plane was a prop plane.
The next
That's
pitch
a ball.
misses, and the count
It was
is
only a
2-0.
little terrifying.
Yes.
Nasty
Slider
2-0
for a
slider
strike.
there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Two-seamer
And
ripped.
that one in the air.
Center field for Wencel Perez. Should be out number 2.
Takes it in
And it
for
will
the
be.
out.
Wild throw coming back in, backed up by DeJesus.
Up next, the Rangers.
Yeah, so my first flight probably lasted a half hour in the prop plane, but I would probably find them fun now. They were scary as hell as a 13-year-old that had never had that feeling before. To center, moving in is Perez, who boots it. Oh my! Cutoff man is McGonigle. Throw home is still in time. What a bizarre play to end the inning.
See a play with the plate, trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Gavin Collier. On for his major league debut, and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too
Bring
tight.
on
Just
another
relax.
right-handed
He's capable of
pitcher
doing it.
for Kerry Carpenter.
He really committed to that fastball.
I believe I said, as we do
Zone.
now
He
have
knows
the
if he makes a
confirmation that
mistake
Kerry
in the zone,
Carpenter
he gets
was the
hit
April
hard
Player
by
of the
a
Month.
power guy
Not a
like this.
surprise.
That's a nice miss right there.
That one hammered, but pulled foul.
But I do believe Gavin Collier was the Rule 5 pick of the Rangers this year. Which is a little bit interesting as to how he hasn't made it into a game yet. It doesn't bother me now, but it definitely did back then.
Here's a 1-1.
Carpenter! Bullet of a
That's
single.
a base hit. And a good start.
He's just on a run here as of late where the average is staying true. He's getting base hits, but the power is kind of... I say the power has kind of gone away. The home run power has gone away. Ever so slightly. 50 speed, 1 steal for Kerry Carpenter.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a
Bottom
ground
six,
ball,
6-2
double play
in
opportunity
favor
here,
of our
you've got to
Tigers.
lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch.
And
a
that's
no-no.
2.
They get 1.
As easy of a 2 as you're ever going to see.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Bases
Wencel
empty after the
Perez
double
coming
play.
off a
Wencel Perez
home run his last
now for
time
the
up.
Tigers.
Called strike
Hold on action
inside.
for the Rangers. Gray. The pitcher getting loose.
Peyton Gray,
Latz, the
Jacob
left-hander,
Latz warming
also
up. We saw
throwing.
Gray last night.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
No.
Inside just missed.
I don't know. I might find that fun at this stage of my life anyway.
Nope.
He's just
That's
missing
inside.
with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown,
Ball 3.
good
What are we
pitches,
doing?
but even better takes.
2 down, nobody on.
I kind of figured.
Fouled off. They'll do it again.
Just outside, or rather inside the entire AB. Went outside there, just couldn't get it. 3-2.
Payoff pitch. Inside, and that's ball 4.
Okay.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but
They're going to take on Jace Young here
it's a really
instead.
Nice plate appearance.
Double in this game. Hit a line drive out to shortstop his last time up.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Spent much of the day downstairs watching the Kentucky Derby. And you know how, like, you watch something on, like, network TV and, like, you get the local ad inserts. There was one for a propane company earlier today. It's just like, obviously, I don't know why this ad's running at this time of year. But the guy goes, here at this propane company, we remember, I don't know why I'm saying this with a twang. He didn't have a twang. We remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Like, there's snow on the ground. I'm like, I think you might want to give the local affiliate your new ad, if you have one. Young roller to Seager. That'll end the inning. 6-2 Tigers.
Tigers lead 1. They lead it 6-2. Back here in Detroit, top of inning number 7, Evan Carter stepping in for the Rangers. The Rangers in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to sit here and pretend that I am a massive fan of horse racing or anything. But just being a sports fan and in general, I don't know. I feel like I watch it. I have no idea what's happened to Streamlabs here. We're a little bit frozen at the moment. Oddly enough, it's not. There we go. I say, oddly enough, it's not an internet issue for once. PC was not cooperating.
Check swing.
Slider out of edge, Evan Carter. Don't think it mattered if he went or not. It's been a really long time since I've sat down and watched it for, like almost the entire day. That coverage of that event is so incredibly boring. Because you go like an hour or more between races, and it is just so much busy work to get to a very quick event. Slider outer edge. Strikeout for the Jesus. Yeah. What was so strange? What the fuck you mean? It's May 2nd.
Okay, that's ball 1. Fastball for a strike.
Fastball
See
is
if he's
in.
willing to use the whole field.
Oh god, yeah. So they have races all day. The Kentucky Derby is just the big one, the most prestigious one at the end. But there's races almost all day. We probably watched like 6 hours of coverage. Might have seen 4 or 5 races.
The Tigers leading by 4.
I am just not a horse racing type of guy. In a normal sense, as Corey Seager might have just breathed some life into the Rangers. Perez throws it back in, and Seager's got his second double.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there.
No, there's all sorts of different races. If it really was just a 2-minute event, I really don't think they back that out as much. It's a day-long thing. It's just everybody, the only thing people really truly care about, other than like the insane gamblers, are is the race at the end. Throw to first by Torres, 2 away.
Up next for the Rangers, the first baseman.
Well, the Rangers with an opportunity here. Jake Berger at the plate. I'm going to play the matchups here, at least try to get out of this inning with Drew Anderson.
Here's A.J. Hinch heading towards the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change right here. Emmanuel De Jesus departs, and he leaves a runner at third, so we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching for
Drew
the
Anderson on to pitch out of the pen here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Well, it is just appearance number 7 for Drew Anderson, but he faces a powerful Jake Berger.
In there for a strike.
No. They got races on the dirt. They got races on the grass. Oh, boy. Hard hit ground ball right to Glaber. Tigers get a little bit of a break. Stretch time. 4-run Tiger lead.
Still trail it here. It's 6-2. Back in Comerica Park, bottom of the 7th, Kevin McGonigle up now for the Tigers.
So does Gavin Collier back to work. Kevin McGonigle, 2 for 3 today, including a home run. Woo!
Ripped, but it curls foul. That's off the mark, and the count even.
It is also it's seemingly difficult to bet the Kentucky Derby or any of the other races that happen if you are not there or if you don't have, like, a horse racing app. I figured that out. Grounder for McGonigle. That's the Seager. He's been a popular target for Detroit today.
In time.
Up next for the Tigers, the second baseman, Labor.
Not very good at poker. I don't think so. I've totally played on like free apps and shit before. But I don't know, you think about it a little differently, I guess, when it's not real money. Glaber also to Corey Seager with an unnecessary jump throw.
That's a very.
Did we take away a Jeter Gold Glove for that one? You did not need to do this.
Two down, bases empty. And
3 Gold Gloves.
He's already homered here.
Or Derek Jeter's probably got like -30 Gold Gloves by now. Keep to center. Man, that's caught. We'll head to the 8th inning.
Tigers
Still up
6,
by 4.
And the Rangers 2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Number 6, John.
Well, how lucky for the Texas Rangers. They are off tomorrow before they play the Yankees in New York, middle of the week. Take on the Cubs over the weekend. Depends on how far back we want to go with the jump throw thing. Because if we're going all the way back to the start of this channel, he's probably got like -500.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that,
well, so the thing is like
early in the count.
all the content in between the races is really, I'm sure it's exciting to some people. It's not really that great for people that do not necessarily care about horse racing any other time of the year.
The 1-2.
Slider away.
Good slider. He's up
Anderson
there
can't get Young to chase.
Up off the plate away.
Good curveball. However, it's going to get hit out of here. It's a 3-run game. At least I thought it was good. I guess we'll see.
And they cut into the lead. It's 6-3.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connected on pitches like that. Oh, that one got the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
The trajectory kind of tells me that we threw a good pitch. Young just put a better swing on it. And we should get some help up in the bullpen. Holton. I'm a little bit afraid to go back to Finnegan, so we'll go Vest, even though Vest hasn't been good either. Fastball, strike one.
But just got to delete it. You give up
Josh
that
Smith.
home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
That's why we got a late start today. We were watching that much of that.
Pitches were down in the zone. I think you set yourself
and the 0-2.
Because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Maybe don't throw that again.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down. It's difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
I have to try and do something. Obviously, pitching down ain't working. Blooper, McGonigle turning. Can't make the play. He's got to pick it up instead of Green, who laid out for it. It's a single
this has been a really
for
nice
Josh Smith.
For him. He looks locked in. Now let's see if they can string something together.
Jansen, Peterson, and the switch hitter in Haggerty. Bring on Will Vest.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Drew Anderson done for the night. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Will Vest.
Well, the only reason we went with Drew Anderson in the first place is because it's what we had.
Now it's Jansen to hit.
Now we head to the real
Jansen
back end of the
in box
bullpen,
as
and
he
that is
fouls
not a
off the
very
first
good
pitch.
indication.
One on,
First
nobody
pitch for
out,
Will
a run
Vest.
in, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Fouled off. I can't say I've ever been in that scenario in my life. Slider, no thought of a swing.
Here's a 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Another 1-2.
We need an out in a real bad way here, don't we? Oh, God. That isn't probably going to be an out. Riley Green is going to get underneath this. Oh, we got it! Wait a minute! I thought it was gone. Turns out I don't even know if it was a home run robbery or not. I don't think it was. I don't know why it even had us jump for this. It didn't look like it was going to clear the wall. Maybe it was. Oh, yeah. Yeah, green, definitely. Take a look at the trajectory. It was going to be close. But hey.
3 in this one.
Peterson, strike 1.
Ball, inside.
Is it really? Change up, foul. Tigers, in a way, looking to get out of a mess again.
Here's a 1-2. Right through there.
Oh my God.
Just locked him up with that slider.
Oh, I thought that was second out. I don't even know why. This should be a one-run game.
Looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
That's a slider, middle of the plate.
In there.
That's a called
So
strike.
important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate.
Oh, boy.
Where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 0-2.
That's the ball.
Excellent arm action on
Call
that
stand.
two-strike
I tried.
changeup. Just missed. Man, he
I
was
tried to give it to you.
Gets a piece there. We'll do
That's
it again.
not what he wants to. 14 pitches for Vest.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Texas extends the
This game, we should have blown this.
now 6-3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Gray.
pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, Peyton Gray made his season debut last night. Allowed 2 runs in his inning of work, and now Riley Green.
My advice to the pitcher booth, put up the 4 fingers like Buck Showalter did against Barry Bonds back in the day.
Some activity in the bullpen for Texas.
You shouldn't need those guys, but we will at Pepe need help. Man. You know, I'm only really worried about Seager. We can still go to Kenley. No, me neither. Not that one.
Check swing, and he went. At 1-1.
All of a sudden, get an extra run or 2 here. Kenley not needed. Woo.
Way out front
Splitter.
for strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
The location in the at-bat from Peyton Gray, for the most part.
Got him. And 1 out now.
Boog gets talked about a lot. But
Riley
a
Green
good
with a
high
strikeout.
fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all
Now
the
Dingler
emphasis
did
by
reach
pitchers on
base
developing that spin
on the
rate,
walk in this
having a
game.
good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising.
Ain't Dingler's day, is
They're
it?
not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on.
Number 30, Carey.
Unfortunate.
2 outs, base is empty. Kerry Carpenter digs in now.
2 away for
3.
Carpenter.
On a line out towards center.
Ahead to the 9th, and it's going to be a save opportunity for Kenley Jansen.
No runs, no hits, no errors. 9th inning coming up. The Tigers on top 6-3. Last chance coming up here for the Rangers. Back here in Detroit, and now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Evan Carter.
Evan Carter.
So they turn to their closer, Kenley Jansen.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen.
Well, Kenley Jansen looks for save number 10 as the Tiger.
Jansen,
Leadoff hitter Evan Carter.
double-digit saves on the year.
Definitely going to be a real tone setter. That's fouled away. Get Carter out, you start to feel real good about possibilities of truly finishing this one off. That was a real bad mistake. McGonigle to first, one away.
That play won't be trending on social media.
So let's not do that again.
It's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
It is Seager. And this one to Torg, one pitch. Tigers are an out away here.
Now one out remaining for Texas.
And that was the big concern.
2 down bases.
However, it is Nimmo. He's been a problem for us today as well. And a line drive out to McGonigle and a quick save for Kenley Jansen, his 10th of the year. And the Tigers have won back-to-back series.
Didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
6-3 our final score. Kenley Jansen picking up the save. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.